You are now listening to Operator.
Hello everyone. Hello. Welcome to our radio programming for today. Yes. So we are Gunther Rahler and Repel Steetje from the Hamburger community at Roodkapje. And this is a 1-year-long residency that we're doing. And this is our actually bi-monthly radio show at Operator. So today we're gonna present some music, some text, spoken words, yapping. We're gonna do some, I don't know, queer horoscope for the girlies. Whoop whoop, whoop whoop. Yeah, we selected a bunch of stuff. We're gonna dive into some more dreamy stuff, some more political stuff, you know. Kind of a bit of the messiness that we are on this journey with the Hamburger community. So I think that's gonna be really fun. Thank you for tuning in today. You can stay with us for the next hour.
I think we're starting with an audio fragment from Julie.
Yeah, we're gonna start from... So we're 5 residents. It's us 2, Julie, Julia, and Tisa, and we are all from different artistic backgrounds. And Julie, who's also a masseuse, prepared this really nice guided meditation/dance for us. So we're gonna start with that to kind of warm up, and then we're gonna transition into a lot of really interesting audio fragments that we prepared. But let's go.
Let's learn floating space exercise. Breathe with your stomach. Keep yourself silent. Breathe. Silence. Gather arms and slowly stretch up. Put your arms down and bend your knees. Make circle with arms. Stretch one arm and make your leg across opposite direction to the arm. Keep doing it. Up to the sky, down to the ground. Make a circle, twist and walk. Up, down. Circle, twist. Up, down. Circle, twist. Up, down, circle, twist. Shrink your body, shake your bottom. Shrink your body, shake your bottom. Loosen your body and get ready. Shrink your body, shake your bottom. Shrink your body, shake your bottom. Your arm on the waist. Jump like a crane. Jump like a crane. Jump, 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 jump. Your arm on the waist. Jump, 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 jump. Shrink your body. Shake your bottom. Jump, 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 jump. Jump, jump, shake. Jump, jump, shake.
If the body is in between mind and space, if the mind is in between space and body, if the space is in between body and mind.
Your arm on wings, jump like a crane.
Rhythm in daily walking, senses in daily walking, embodiment in daily walking, relations in daily walking, memory in daily walking, emotions in daily walking, time and space and body and mind.
Take a deep breath.
Hi. So I prepared a little yapping session about what we are going to do with the residency. We are kind of organizing events in Roodkapje the coming year, but they are not supposed to be just events. They are actually happenings. And happenings were a thing in the 60s, initiated and organized by this group of people that I found an audio fragment actually by Margaret Killjoy. She has a podcast and she made a podcast about the group of people that did the happenings. So we're gonna listen to that fragment really quickly.
The counterculture of the Netherlands centered around a group of pranksters, anarcho-pacifists, and anarcho-city council members.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I got really excited to bring you on for this one.
Undoing the system from inside.
We'll talk about it. I'll be curious your take on this. And they built a thriving and politically engaged counterculture. They brought organic food into the cities. They started the squatting movement in a modern sense that redefined Dutch life for generations and brought a lot of attention to the housing crisis. They demanded human accessible urban infrastructure, and they scared the shit out of the monarchy. And they called themselves gnomes.
That's adorable.
Because kabouter is a word for gnome.
I would really recommend listening to this podcast. It's really cute and really accessible as well. But mostly like American, United States perspective, though. So the gnomes work together with the provost to spread an absurdist carnival anarchism, quote unquote, that used humor, direct action, and other quirky stuff to change cultural norms. I personally really like the term carnival anarchism, but I don't like pacifism. And I would say today pacifism is kind of looked down upon in our circles. I would say our circles, because it reproduces kind of like colonial mindset. I can maybe explain like what is pacifism. So I'm gonna drop names. Philosopher Jenny Teichmann defines the main form of pacifism as anti-warism, the rejection of all forms of warfare. And Teichmann's beliefs have been summarized by Brian Arendt. I don't know this person so good. As pacifists rejects war and believes that there are no moral grounds which can justify resorting to war. War, for the pacifists, is always wrong. Now, the following audio fragment, Kwame Ture, for those who don't know him, he was a civil rights activist and a member of the Black Panthers. He explains in this audio why that is kind of cringe take.
There's a difference between peace and liberation, is there not? You can have injustice and have peace. Isn't that correct?
You can have peace and be enslaved.
Yes.
So peace isn't the answer.
No.
Liberation is the answer.
Yes, of course.
Okay, then that's what you should talk about, never peace. That's the white man's word, peace. Liberation is our word.
But you will want peace in the end.
Yes, but you can't have peace until everybody's equal.
But you seem free at the moment.
I seem peaceful at the moment.
You seem free.
I seem peaceful. Am I free?
I think not.
But Dutch leftist activism in the 60s centered around anti-militarism, against the nuclear superpowers coming up, and against the Vietnam War. They had huge meetings. And I was looking at this picture of these meetings, and I was like, wow, it's so pretty. Like, I wish I was there, though. Yeah. If you look at the Wikipedia page of Provo, one of the other organizers of the happenings, it was like, it says it was a Dutch counterculture movement from the mid-1960s that focused on provoking violent responses from authorities using non-violent bait. This kind of reminded me of Extinction Rebellion in a way. About our residency, though. The residency offers the challenge to reimagine what the happenings could look like in today's political climate, but mostly within the context of the art residency. So that is within the art institution and taking into calculation how the institution functions. Part of the appeal of the Provo's actions was the element of surprise, and they would surprise people with things that would not be possible within the institutes because of rules around safety of the audience, but also because nowadays it's kind of considered bad practice if you put people into a room full of flashing lights without informing them of the possibility before, which could be seen as a disadvantage, but it's really more inclusive towards people who are bothered by, flashing lights. On top of this, we see also a crazy dominance of Dutch white men in this movement, which is a symptom of, obviously to me, it's like that this anarcho-pacifist movement is kind of reproducing the capitalist values that they claim to be against. So we have to look with a little bit more critical view to their methodologies and their origins before we take aspects of their happenings and reproduce them within our context. I think there's more to talk about, but I stop here. And maybe the next couple of audio fragments are more related to how we envision what we want to do within our artistic practices and in the residency in general.
Yeah, we're gonna listen to a fragment that our residency fellow Julia recorded, and it's about the happening, and it's very interesting for us as 5 individuals to put together a framework to actually create these happenings and also think about collective works. We talk a lot about communities, but what are we actually doing to nurture these communities, or what is actually a community? And we're gonna listen to this and other fragments, and we can talk about it. The chat of Operator Radio is open, so feel free to shout or text us at any point.
Of course, the happening comes from a very particular historical and geographical context, but I think that we should take the freedom to also reinterpret what the happening can mean today in the specific context where we're situated in Rotterdam. But I think the kind of common elements of the happening is that it's often collaborative, and it draws from performative and theatrical elements, and has a lot of improvisation as part of it. So it's not, it might be planned, but the outcome or what exactly is going on, it's more like a proposal or like a structure that you're proposing. And within that structure, a lot of things can happen. And I think what's very central to the happening is to break down the division between performers and audience. So to actually have not this kind of classical idea that there's a performer performing and an audience watching, but that the audience becomes an active part and is also activated and maybe challenged and becomes part of the creative process and the happening itself. And I think also historically happenings have been taking place in public space a lot, and that there's this idea of kind of interrupting or disrupting the perceived flow of normalcy in public space. So kind of an interruption in everyday life that redirects attention and opens up possibilities for thinking and acting differently. And I think what makes me very interested in the happening is that it also comes from this tradition that was very interested in breaking down the boundaries between life and art and between audience and artist. And that it's something that's very kind of immediate, where you don't have the audience as a passive consumer, but as somebody who's active in shaping along whatever is going on. And I think, why I'm interested in it is because I'm interested in how art can fuel collective transformation, or how we can together figure out ways to live meaningfully through creative practices. And I feel like that's also very much in line with like Ellen Capro's writing, one of the quote-unquote inventors, which is a stupid thing to say, because I mean, I guess something like happenings has always existed, but he wrote a lot about the happenings, and I think he really emphasizes on this like political idea underlying happenings as well. And I'm also very curious about how to weave art back into life.
I didn't know this writer that she mentions.
Alan Kaprov, or
did you know him?
He's quite well known in the Fluxus / happening scene. Yeah, but again, as you said, it's all white men. So I think it's very interesting to think how can we sort of contextualize this practice in a different way, where all of our identities also can flourish. Yeah, definitely. You know, we want to thrive. The world is not a nice place right now. But let's listen to some more music, and then we keep going with these beautiful fragments. We have another fragment coming up, also recorded by our fellow Julia, and it's about collective work. And this is exactly what we're doing. So, you know, we got to think about these things. And now we're gonna listen to a couple of minutes recording of our fellow Julia talking about collective work. And yeah, that's really interesting. Of course, we are a collective of 5 artists, so we are working together. So it's really, I guess, a fundamental topic for us to have a framework of what it means to
work in a collective.
Yeah, work collectively.
I really like to think of collective work like cooking, and together with a collective that I used to be part of called Cooking Something Up, we kind of developed this tool for discussing collective work dynamics, where we kind of thought of collaboration like kind of playing with different flavors or combining different flavors, and every person kind of brings different qualities to the collaboration, and we kind of identify the different flavors. So salty is kind of like the stabilizing element that grounds the dish, that is very prominent, but that gives maybe structure. Then sweet is what gives joy, what gives energy, what gives also like kindness and sweetness. Bitter helps with digestion, so it's a bit more of a critical element that maybe asks the difficult questions, that also dares to kind of speak against the common opinion. And spicy brings the energy and the fire, and sour brings a bit of a different perspective. So that's how we were talking about collaboration, and then we tried to figure out kind of who brings what. But of course, there's also always a combination, and we're all kind of bringing combinations of these flavors. But I think it's also very particular that you tend to take in a specific role in different collaborations. So you might be more the salt in one collaboration and maybe the spiciness in another collaboration, depending on the group dynamic. But we also found that it's maybe a tool to figure out maybe if the taste is a bit off balance, which spice is missing or which flavor is missing, and how can it be balanced out a bit more. So yeah, and then of course there's also always shifts depending on the day and the mood. But I thought it was really helpful and fun to think about collaboration through different flavors.
Beautiful. I wonder, what spice or flavor do you think you are?
I was thinking the same. I was like, oh my god, I'm bitter. And I'm like, salty. But,
We love a self-awareness king.
ugh. It's really cool though. Like, this is a really nice tool for if you're trying to find out, because like, I don't know, when you're doing like job interview or something like this, they always ask you like, what's your role within a group or something.
Oh my god, tell me about it.
So it's like kind of a cool tool to think about this.
Let's please petition for this question to never be asked again in job interviews. My role in groups, depending on what's the vibe,
Silly, quirky,
cringe at times, you may never know. But we have another spicy topic for you, because at Roodkapje we have an anarchive, which is a very interesting concept where we're archiving our work, but in sort of different, more experimental way. And we have recordings from our last happening, which was... when was it? Like 3 weeks ago?
something like that.
Yeah, and it was really fun. We had this workshop on how to do skipping, so we collected food and then we made really beautiful, colorful juices from it.
And the audio fragment that we're going to listen to is made by Alice Straten.
Yeah, who's an artist that did the recording and put it together, and she also works a lot with and around food. So this was perfect because we also had a really playful dinner with the Eat Your Feelings collective and the singing club. So here's the recording. I think it's very interesting and a bit ASMR, and then we're gonna talk a little bit more with Ying, who's our master anarchiver, who's gonna talk a little bit more about what it is and what's the vision on how we're building this archive.
Basically, it means getting food for free.
Nee. Sorry.
Hebben we nog dingen die we weg gaan gooien?
€5
Ja.
While you're cutting, you can start thinking together about what kind of approach you're creating by mixing all these fruits together, because now you found out some historical facts, maybe some biology, different information, and then what happens actually if you put all of these different worlds or ideas and concepts together.
There.
Yeah. Release your inhibition.
Winter. Trees.
Maggots.
Oh, no. Night, winter.
Oh, it's really good. Mango. Yeah, yes, mango. So fun. That was the recording of our last happening. As we said, we did a skipping workshop, and then there was a really nice playful dinner with the Eat Your Feelings and Singing Club. And this is actually part of our anarchive. And we have Ying here from Roodkapje to talk a bit more about this project, because it's I think it's a new addition to the exposition or the expo room at Roodkapje, right?
True.
Yeah. So this is a really fun and kind of experimental way of archiving. It's sort of rethinking the archive outside of the classic museum space. What is the core idea of the anarchive, if you want to explain it in your own words?
Good question. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Thanks for bringing me in.
Of course.
What's the core of the anarchive? We're still also really wrapping our head around it.
Yeah, same, I guess.
But at the moment, it's kind of still an experimental phase. So we have the exhibition space in Roodkapje, and for the next year, together with you all, it will grow. So the idea of the anarchive is kind of like, if you look at the archive as we know it, we can see that these archival practices claim a lot of authority, and often in the core they are colonial, patriarchal, and we want to know other ways of archiving. And the anarchive, it's about a concept about 10, 11 years old, is mostly artists that are experimenting with these ways of like, okay, we have this colonial archive and the ways that we're used to document our truths, our past, but it leaves a lot of silences, right? So a lot of stories disappear. So how can we think of the archive as something that is alive and that could inspire, action in the future, that can document like a full sensorial experience. I mean, the ASMR happening was like full-on sensory overload.
Yeah, totally. That was definitely the key word, sensory overload.
Yeah, I mean, that performance was super amazing. I mean, we're touching the food, eating the food, hearing, getting sung at, and like how do you transfer the vibe or the spirit of a moment like that in a way that people can really re-experience it and reactivate it in a way?
Yeah, that's beautiful. I think this recording really, at least for us, I guess, because we were there, it definitely made me rethink and re-experience that night. And I think it's really interesting to have this sort of memories that can stay in this anarchive and that we can reactivate and re-explore ourselves, but also other people that might not have been there that night. Mm-hmm. So the anarchive is open for everyone to visit, right?
Yes. We're closed in August, but for July you can still come and see. There's not much to see yet, because at the moment it just shows the traces of Paste, which was your first happening together with the Hocus Pocus Publishing. So the walls used to be white. It was a white cube, but we killed the white cube. And now it's covered in collectively made poster material that came from a crazy piñata.
Yes. Yeah, it was so awesome. We built a piñata that was shaped like a surveillance camera, and then we smashed it in this space that was filled with posters and colors and, a lot of slogans like defund the police or globalize the intifada. And I think for me personally, but I guess for us as an artistic community, it's really amazing to be able to bring so much of our political values into what we're doing, but also keep it fun and playful and experimenting with all these ways of keeping these memories alive and sort of unarchiving them. So come visit the Anarchive. It's open in July and also after summer. We're taking a small break in August and we hope you are too. And now we're gonna listen to another recording of Singing with Your Mouth Full from the dinner we had at our last happening.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ying.
Oh wow, okay, there's definitely something waiting up there.
The messages are in the big ones.
Yeah. So I was reading through the ones I didn't realize didn't have any messages, and so all the people around me were like, why is he just like attacking it, but like not also eating all of it?
But I think it's nice to use all of them, so that's fine.
Yeah. But it was kind of like I was looking for it. I was like, no, not that one. Over here, no. Sorry, you guys. Everyone's like, what? Picture? Oh man. So good. This one's so funny.
And then we'll be led by the teachers to the spouse. Then everyone should be presented, and 3 of us will then do a solo here. We'll be in the middle of the table. After which they will do a solo there. Now, a beautiful track, Kurt Schwitter's, called Ursonate from 1932, selected by our fellow Tiza, who's a great vocalist and musician. So give her a follow, give her a shout, Tiza World.
Kurt Schwitters spricht Teile seiner Sonate mit Urlauten. Der Bebe. Der Bebe 5. Der Bebe 5. befumsbevete. Fumsbevete seu pegif wie. Dat is zonder iem pituto te. Juka. Rinsekete baby hinskermu. Tiu hinsetio rinskermu. Rakete baby. Rum to. Tiu hinsetio hinskermu. Tiu hinsetio rinskermu. Rakete baby. Rakete BC. Fumsbevete seu. U-T-T-W-B Fums. O-B-B-B-B-B. O-C-C-C-C-C. O-Rinsekete-B-B. O-N-T-N-T. O Lanketorgel. Oka, 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 oka. Lanketorgel. Pi, tsuka, 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 tsuka. Lanketorgel. Rum, rum. Lanketorgel. Tiulen trill, lum tum trill, Lanketorgel, rum tum to, Lanketorgel, tiulen trill, lum tum trill, Lanketorgel, oka, 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 Lanketorgel, pi, tsuka, 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 Lanketorgel, rum, rum. Lanketorgel. Tiu iu, tiu au, tiu iu, tiu a. Tiu iu, tiu au, tiu iu, tiu o. Tiu iu, tiu au, tiu iu. Lanketorgel. Oka, oka. Oka, oka, Lanketorgel. Pi, tsuka, 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 tsuka. Lanketorgel. Rum, rum. Lanketorgel. Tiulen, lum, Lanketorgel. Rum, to, Lanketorgel. Tiulen, lum, Lanketorgel. Oka, 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 oka. Lanketorgel. Pi, tsuka, 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 tsuka. Lanketorgel. Rum, rum. Lanketorgel.
Thank you, Tiza, for this selection. Woo. And now we're heading to our favorite parts.
So we edited, or Irene edited a tarot reading series of every sign by Chris Corsini. He's got a really nice Instagram page that we can also put in the comments, so you guys can also look it up.
Yeah, it's a queer tarot reading. So if you're into tarot, keep your ears open, because this is for the month of July. But it also leaves you hanging a little bit, because we cut just some bits of the tarot reading, so you can grab some information and just imagine the rest.
Hi, sun, moon, and rising. Welcome to your July tarot forecast. I feel like all eyes on you. It's like you are shining. People are excited to collaborate with you. I also feel fun, flirty energy. So you're maybe meeting new people. There's definitely new opportunities coming through. And I feel like a lot of Aries, sun, moon, and rising. Welcome to your July tarot forecast. The first card out here is the sun, which is an amazing card because this is talking about just feeling good, excited, new opportunities coming your way. And you also have a 7 of cups. So you could be feeling a little bit overwhelmed with all of the choices. Some of those choices could be to go back into the old shit, don't do it. Don't go backwards, okay? This is about you moving forwards. But I wanna say not 100% speed right now, okay? This is about slow and steady. If you can review and pause and take a break, then I would say to do that. I also, when I was pulling out these cards, I heard summer vacation. So maybe some of you are planning Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your July tarot forecast. I feel like, wow. Okay, there's a lot of things happening here. I don't know where to start, but there is something you want to go back to and figure out again. Now, it could be an old hobby or something that you enjoyed doing for a long time that you never really took seriously, or that you maybe stopped or put on pause because you had other obligations or something was just overwhelming you. But now I feel like you are ready to go back into Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your July tarot forecast. This looks amazing. I am so excited for you guys. I know there's been a little bit of a struggle for the past while, but this looks good if you are willing to really let go of some old people, things, and you're like, you're always saying let go. Well, bitch, pay attention then and start making the changes, because like Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, welcome to your July tarot forecast. I feel like you would be smart if you just take a pause for a minute, because there looks like a lot of your energy is slowing down. Your ruling planet, Saturn, is now retrograde. He will be retrograde for, I think, like 5 months. So this is a really good time for you to review your relationships, review your commitments, review your social groups. I also feel like, well, first of all, your first card was the Tower reversed, okay? And you've got this Two of Swords. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, welcome to your July tarot forecast. I feel like your entire life is changing. Maybe some of you have already noticed a lot of changes. You could feel different internally, feel different about some people, feel different about how you work, or maybe who you work with, collaborators. I also feel like a lot of you are maybe reflecting on your own habits and personality traits, your behavior. It's just like there's some overall energy here of you feeling kind of just fed up and just done working with some people. Or Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, welcome to your July tarot forecast. I feel like you are ready to level up and expand in new ways, but there is a little bit of discomfort that will come through this Cancer season. I feel like when we get into Leo season, you're gonna feel a little bit more expansive and opportunistic, like there's gonna be things showing up for you. But right now, and I would say until maybe end of August, like you really wanna focus on Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your July tarot forecast. I like this spread. It looks exciting, but you also have a little bit of a warning because your first card was a King of Swords reversed. And I feel like someone in your energy field could potentially be lying to you, or they maybe just don't know how to communicate something clearly. You may also feel that someone is holding back information. They don't want to share something or whatever. I don't think that you need to be like overly stressed about it. I don't have enough like Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your July tarot forecast. This looks amazing. Your first card is an Ace of Coins, which I love. Okay, your second card is the Emperor, which is also amazing. And your third card is the Star. Like this combination, this is a killer combination, okay? This is an amazing combination because the Ace of Coins is saying that you have new opportunities coming your way. You are maybe already noticing them. You could maybe feel them, but they haven't showed up yet. But you can just feel that there's this like sense of change in the air. It will be happening very soon, I'm feeling. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, welcome to your July tarot forecast. First of all, remain patient because big things are coming to you. But I also feel like now that Saturn is retrograde, this is an opportunity for you to really review your investments and to figure out if you want to continue investing into some of these people, projects, relationships, things, habits, or if it's time for you to say, this doesn't work for me anymore and I'm gonna just cut it off and let it go. I say that because you have a 10 of Coins reverse as your first card out, and I have the Strength card, which is Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your July tarot forecast. I feel like new collaborations or love or partnerships, something like that, is coming for you because you have a Two of Cups right in the middle, which is beautiful. Okay. For a lot of you, this is also connected to you rebalancing your Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your July tarot forecast. This looks really good, okay? You are leveling up to a whole new, just everything. I feel like your life, your style, how you interact with the world around you is changing. And there's this deep release of old karma. So I feel like, especially because in your season right now, Cancer season, happy birthday, by the way, we have a very unique thing happening. We have 2 Capricorn full moons, which means we have 2 big opportunities to let go and reestablish new structures.
We love a messy tarot reading. Yeah, actually this guy is really kind of a star in the very niche genre of tarot reading influencer for the queer community, I guess. It's a vibe.
Fuck, I'm obsessed though. I'm totally gonna follow this person to death. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, love it. So we're actually going towards the end of our show. Thank you for being here and tuning in. You can always come visit us at Roodkapje at any moment and follow us for more events, because after summer we're gonna be busy and booked. With like so many events. We have one, actually the next one, let's announce it.
The summer school.
Yes, summer school. 2, 3, 4 of August. The summer school for the hangry.
Yeah, it's really socially engaged.
Yeah.
Activists.
We're gonna have a lot of extremely amazing guests.
There's people coming from France to give us super valuable information about doing activism in France, in La Zat, the Zona Défense.
Yes, and we're gonna have the Palestinian Sound Archive, the Majaz project, which I'm super excited about. So please come visit. It's gonna be cheap. Tickets are cheap, and it's gonna be beautiful to be together and doing this all together. So summer school, and then again in September 20, we have another event, and that's gonna be
Sluts and Squats.
And you know, like, guess for yourself or imagine for yourself what that's gonna be about. And we're gonna play some tunes that we like, so just, you know, our usual playlist. Thank you for being with us. Till next time.
Stayed away from the war fruits. My boy said, if he's got a favorite war, the kid has gotta be bad news. And then in early July, I took a trip to the gun range. Yeah, I hit the paper man right in the eye. I can't say I don't get the hype, but I guess I don't understand this feeling. Is it eating you up inside? Are you dying to kill a man? Is it gonna keep you alive? The ROTC kid is with the cheerleading captain, and we can't figure out how the trip happen. He doesn't seem to like what she chooses to do with her body, but he's giving over his body as well. You think you get it more than anyone else. I guess I don't understand this feeling. Is it eating you up inside? Is it really your only option? There's always gonna be a fire to fight. You're the son of a lawyer and the son of a doctor, with dreams of holding a gun and jumping out of a chopper. And everybody here is a poor kid right out of high school, but you're different from the rest of your peers. Hell, you're the only one who knows why they're here. I guess I don't understand this feeling. Is it eating you up inside? Still just a little kid. You shouldn't have to choose how you die. Some other life you're living in your 90s. You got a couple of kids and your wife doesn't like me, and you turn on the news and see the cycle repeating. But you're safe in the walls of your house. Aren't you happy that you never went out? I guess I don't understand this feeling, but I pray that you dodge the lines. When you step in a foreign land, and I just don't want you to die.
You're listening to Operator.